and I swim like Robert Hood. I'm off this percolated. I got a percolated. I give it a percolated. I show it it's percolated. They know who in the street. What's up, city? Go recording this shit with the parties and change the artillery. Energy. I'm giving 9 by energy.
Welcome back to Built from the Bottom, guys. I'm Reese Bowers, and today we are going to be doing the GSX-R 1000 build part 1. So this is the bike that I bought from TJ. He's a fan of the channel, and I took the whole bike apart. I didn't show any of that because I really don't think it's too interesting pulling a whole bike apart, but I might have messed up by not showing you guys that because now we already have a powder coated frame. This is where we're starting, can't go back. And check this out. So I went with the Suzuki blue on the frame and subframe, and I'm gonna be doing the wheels neon green and the rear set neon green because we're gonna make this bike look absolutely insane. It's Saturday, it's late on a Saturday, I think it's like midnight right now, and I'm committed to this upload schedule of Monday at 8 a.m. so I need to get all this work done. But the reason I'm doing this video so last minute is because I was gonna be putting out this video, this R6, but I tried wrapping this tail and everything, and I did this section right here twice, and I cannot get it to the quality standard that I will be happy with. So I need to take this stuff off and go drop it off at paint and actually just have this stuff painted matte black. So this isn't anything that we're building in this video. This GSX-R 1000 is going to be getting all of the attention, and also big shout out to Mets Machines. They hooked it up with this new frame for this bike. Go check them out if you guys need parts for your street bikes. They are a part out company, and I know I get a bunch of questions of people asking me where I buy my parts from. There's a link down there to their Facebook and Instagram. Hit them up, see if they got what you need. While you're down there in the description, go check out the Built from the Bottom merch, and let's get right into this build. So I figure I'm gonna start tackling it by unwrapping all this stuff, and then we're gonna get the bearings into the swing arm and try to mount the swing arm onto the main frame. I am really stoked because I've only ever done frames gloss black, and this is my first like colored frame that I'm doing. So I'm so excited to do this build. So let's get right into it. I got this swing arm squared away. We got the bearings, the chain guard, the cover, the brake line holder, and the axle adjusters in. And now let's do the same thing with the main frame. So let's get it up here on the table. There we go. We got the frame up here. We're going to be putting in the motor mount hardware. We're also going to be putting in the swing arm mounting stuff, which goes right here. So let's get all this stuff kind of mounted up on it, and then hopefully get this swing arm into the frame. All right, the frame is good to go. Now we just gotta put this swing arm into the main frame and mount this rear shock on it. Everything is going nice and smooth. Got the swing arm mounted up to the frame. Got these big bolts all tightened down properly. So we're good to go. Now it's time to mount the forks up to the bike. And I got the forks over here. I really want to wash them, but I don't have the cap for the hydraulic clutch. So I don't want to get water inside this hydraulic clutch line. So I'm just going to leave it all dirty like this. So let's get this over there and mount that up into the front of the frame. I got the front forks on the bike and it is looking good, but I just kind of put those on there so I can put it on the stands and get a thumbnail photo of it up against the white wall, because once I get this engine in it and on the stands, I won't be able to move it. It's going to be getting built right here. So I'm going to take these forks back off because I think the easiest way to put the engine inside this frame would be to roll this engine out right there, because that's where I want to build the bike, have like nice area so I can film from different angles, set the engine straight up, and then put the frame on top of it. So let's see how this ends up going. So this engine actually stood up really easy. It's kind of sitting here halfway on this tray dolly. So I'm not gonna move it, and I got the frame right here. So let's see if I can get this. Hopefully this goes pretty good. Let's get into it. Yes, that was so easy. Oh yes, this was the easiest way I've ever put a motor inside of a frame. I gotta say, this is coming along and I'm so hyped. I got this engine all mounted up inside the frame. You got 6 mounting points. You got these 2 up here, the 2 in the back, and then the 2 on the left side. If you didn't already know, and you're doing this to your GSX-R, you always want to tighten the left side first because it pulls the engine this way, and then you tighten the right side. But with the forks off now, I'm just going to start mounting up this radiator. We are dialed in. The radiator is bolted up in place. I got this little guard in. I also put the crankcase breather valve in, and so we are all dialed in right here. Now it's time to move over to the rear section of the bike. I'm gonna put the subframe on it. I need to build the subframe because if you remember, this is what the old one looked like, completely destroyed. So I ordered a new one and a new tray. So let's put this thing together. Alright, there we go. This subframe looks minty. Pretty much every part that's going on this bike looks mint, but this right here just looks absolutely perfect. But let's get this thing put on the bike. Once I get this bolted up, I'm just going to take all this wiring and run it into the tray, and then the ECU sits right here, so we'll hook all that stuff up. Actually, come to think of it, I should not have put this on because you have to remove this to fit the ECU inside this slot. We'll deal with that once we get the subframe on the bike. This right here is what perfection looks like on a bike build. There is not one thing on this whole bike that's compromised. I got all the wires in place, running in the right locations. We got our relays sitting up here. Got the tip over sensor in place. ECU's plugged in, got a little cable to hold it down. Get over here and start putting on the front forks of the bike. I got the forks on the bike, and also it is now on the stands, completely off of the ground. Oh, and I put the kickstand on the bike. This is gonna be coming to the end of part 1 right here, except there's one more thing I wanna do. It is put the slip-on onto the bike, and we are running the Kaufman exhaust. It's the same exact Kaufman exhaust I have on this GSX-R 1000. So let's get to putting this thing on because I know it's gonna look pretty sick with the blue tip and the blue frame. Dang, check that out right there. We got the exhaust on the bike. That is gonna be it for part 1. I will be waiting for the wheels in the rear set to come in for part 2. So once that stuff comes in, I will be getting out part 2 as soon as possible and then some R6 content. But that is it for right now, you guys. Peace out. I just take off my clothes. I get butt naked.
What?
No, I get butt naked. It's a naked bike though.
I mean...
And then I stand there like all in shock. Like, oh, I bought a naked bike.
Okay, it's a naked bike, but like, I don't know, like, I mean...
It's not sus, no, like, dude, come on. Like, that's why it'll add, like, I'll have anxiety during the photo because there's